everyone, welcome to my channel She Sews Happiness. I'm Mary Ellen and today we're going World Book Day. That's right, I am sitting here in the sewing room on Sunday because World Book Day is on Thursday and I will not have a day off until Thursday. I did have the sense to book off a day this week, but I totally forgot to think about taking a day earlier in the week to make my costume for Henry for World Book Day. Now, I love this day as someone who has taught literature for years and now moved on to working for libraries. You know, you can imagine that my belief in reading for pleasure is pretty high, not just for me personally, but it's something I'm trying to instill in Henry as well. So of course he is going to be participating in World Book Day by dressing up as a really cute little character. I just think there's something really magical about it, and to be able to enjoy that with my own child instead of all the other little children who are coming into the library for all the activities and the events that are happening in all of our libraries here in Northern Ireland. I just think it's lovely. I mean, reading for pleasure is one of the biggest indicators of a child's success, and it is something that I am so conscious of, you know, even more than family circumstances, educational background, even income of parents. Like one of the biggest indicators of a child who's going to succeed is a child who reads and who enjoys reading. So lifelong habit is what I'm trying to instill in my little boy. It's what my dad did for me, and I think it's one of the greatest gifts anyone has ever given me. So yeah, World Book Day has been going now for what? Since 1995, I think 1997 in the UK and Ireland. So a significant period of time, but obviously being born in 1983, it's not something that I personally have had any first-hand subjective experience of, so I will be living vicariously through my little boy, and it's nice to be able to run off a little costume for him. Of course, I could just nip into one of the local supermarkets, which seem to have a plethora of costumes available. You have your Peter Rabbits and your Gruffalos, etc. But there's just something more wholesome about the entire experience, and something more nurturing as well by taking the time to sew something up. May not look anywhere near as impressive as something that is store-bought, but I actually think it's going to be cuter. So all I'm going to have to do is show you the fabrics, and you'll know exactly what it is I am preparing. I went shopping yesterday with Henry. We went to Mad About Fabrics, which is local to me in Belfast. It's like 15-20 minutes up the road. So Henry and I took a little drive. We went up to the docks and we visited the store, and look, I mean, he literally has so much fun just with the tactile experience of going to a fabric store. He loves it. So he's picked out his little fabrics because literally I handed him several of the fabrics in different shades, and I have allowed him to pick whichever one felt the nicest to him. So very felt-like, as you can imagine. So before I talk to you about the patterns that I've chosen, let me just show you. I've got everything cut out. So those are just my little excess pieces that I'll need for pockets. Red, blue. I mean, really? You know what it is without me telling you, don't you? I am making a little Paddington Bear. So he does enjoy his little Paddington book that he's got, which is great. There's lots of characters like Elmer and Peter Rabbit. He loves them all, but I just thought, like, how cute is he going to look in a little Paddington Bear? So the little red wellies are on their way. I am going to be trying this Waves and Wild Sandcastle bucket hat. That's what you call it, right? It doesn't actually say on my pattern pieces, but you know, hopefully it's okay. I've had 2 coffees today. I'm flying. So yes, I'm going to make this. I mean, I'm not lining it and stuff. This is a costume. It's not going to be worn again. So like, I'm not going to go to the extremes of lining things, and it goes for the coat as well. So I have cut here a size 1 to 2. Now I've taken his little head circumference. He is about half an inch over the size 1 to 2, but I'm thinking there's going to be a little bit of ease in this. So I don't want to make the 2 to 3 when he's 14 months old. To discover that it doesn't work. So that's the first of the patterns that I've cut out. The second of the patterns, I have gone to my favourites, Poppy and Jazz, the Sew Over It, Sister line for children and dogs because they have a lovely dog coat. And I'm making the Walnut duffel coat. Now I know he's 14 months old. The duffel coat starts from sizes 18 to 24 up, but allowing a little bit of ease, allowing the fact that this is a costume, and for the fact that he is tall enough to be wearing 18 to 24 in commercial clothes, we'll give it a go and see how we go. Again, I'm not lining this. I might go to the extreme of interfacing the front just so that it sits nicely. I'm not putting in all the bells and the whistles. I have got 4 little buttons which I will put on, and I'll maybe do little felt tags. I am going to put on a couple of little patch pockets. I'm not going to the extremes of sewing pockets into seams, but that's the plan. So that's what I'm going to do for the next hour, and hopefully it'll be really, really cute, and I'll get to show that to you later on this week. So off to sew. Well, the job is done. There are lots of threads lying around, but I have an outfit ready for World Book Day. So the little hat gave me some trouble. I had to make it a second time, and I got lazy the second time. So here we have our little Sandcastle hat, which I did have to downsize in. I want to give it a wee bit of a steam just to finish off those seams, but at least it's ready to go, and this one fits. So I did follow the size chart, and it did fall on the 1 to 2, and a part of me thought it was going to be a little tight, so that shows you just how much room is built into this pattern. I've had to go back down to 6 to 12 months, and you know, Henry is 14 months, and everywhere I go he's a standard size for a hat. So that was annoying because I had to remake the whole thing again. It was just way too big, even for costume wear, but it's now done. And the little duffel coat also done. This is the little Poppy and Jazz walnut coat, and I've cut a few corners. Of course, I have put on the little patch pockets. Does it need a PB? I don't know. I might get there before Thursday. I've got my little buttons on, and everything affixes just with Velcro, you know. And that's it. Little hood, everything ready to go. And you can see, I mean, it's definitely costume wear because I haven't lined it because I was lazy. And the one thing I would say is the arms are impossibly long, so I've had to shave off like 1.5 inches to make it wearable for Henry. But it's now ready to go on Thursday, and I'll round this video off by adding a few pictures. Happy World Book Day to you.